Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Company of Heroes 2. Something a bit different for you today. This is a Patreon backer replay. One of our rewards for those who do support us on Patreon. It's a tier where you can get a replay casted by us, and this is going to be one of those. So big thank you to Kenneth for his backing, and we'll be casting him here. Now, we're not sure which one Kenneth is. He didn't tell me, and I don't know what his IGN is, so it could either be the USF or the Wehrmacht. One of the two.
I think it's probably not Simon. I mean, Simon sounds like a guy's name, because it is.
Hi, I'm Simon.
Mackermicker is a bit more normal. Yeah, our Patreon rewards, they're more like Wehrmacht than like the US teching, because the tiers they're non-linear. So you get them incrementally. You don't sort of jump around, get access to some tools, but while lacking others.
Phil's having a shot at Relic Man, so it is Mackermicker as our USF, and Simon is our Wehrmacht for this game. So
yeah, so this is on Lungers.
We haven't cast a game on Lungers in ages.
Yeah.
For good reason, I suppose, so yeah.
So Simon's gone pretty Gren heavy, double Gren into MG. Normally you go MG first. A little bit more efficient timing-wise, because you can build the MG while you're also building the barracks. Rifleman looking to go to the building. I mean, he can probably just shoot them out with double Grens. Oh, actually,
he's
going to
get the steal. Yeah, going to get the steal. Nice. Just, by the way, that was very close. Oh, there's double Gren inside. Okay, that's an interesting choice. It might work out.
Well, there is a decent amount of windows, but it's a little bit inefficient. And that being said, Mackermicker isn't playing it well. So in this situation, you got to count the windows.
Yeah.
There's only 3 windows on this side. If he had both of his rifleman squad on this side of the building, he would only have 3 grenadiers firing at him. Because he was spread out, there was actually about 5 or so. There was
probably 6 grenadiers firing. Because there's even the other side window as well was all firing. So. Yeah.
Normally putting 2 squads in a building is a bad idea. It worked out then just because Mackermicker didn't quite position himself carefully. So that's certainly a way that you got to look about garrisons is where should I position, especially in a spot like here. If you're actually behind light cover and there's only 3 windows, he should have been able to flush him out.
Generally puts you in a fairly good position. So. Good play on the left-hand side, though. Forcing off the Pioneers will prevent the fuel caps. Even though we had a losing engagement, there's not a lot of income for Simon. The point captures are actually in Mackermicker's favour. Mackermicker.
This is a good engagement, though. Oh, well, MG actually gets the shot. It hasn't suppressed him just yet, though. Wow, quick nades. Yeah, quick nades... really annoying in team games because you don't expect them, but in 1v1 the problem with quick nades is you can get punished with scout cars, really just any light vehicle pressure, because you won't have it'll delay your tech. And generally, I guess you wanted them for the garrison clearing, but generally it's just not worth it. Generally you want to just rush out light vehicles. You know what else clears garrisons? M20s, Stuarts, if you just circle around it. So I wouldn't recommend getting nades because it will delay your tech. And right now, he's going to need an ambo. I think that's going to be delayed as well. Going for weapon racks. Yeah, I mean...
It's early weapon racks.
Weapon racks, not quite as bad because you can get bazookas and stuff if you need to. But likewise, you don't need bazookas if you have a Stuart. It's certainly against Wehrmacht because of the how vulnerable the scout car is. And even the Panzer II, the Stuart's going to deal with both of those. And yeah, the snipers and the MG is going to bleed him really bad. Having grenades and bars won't necessarily help you against sniper MG, whereas having light vehicles will.
It's smoke coming up, but I don't think there's enough follow-up to actually make make anything work.
Yeah, you get a nade off on the house, but he's not going to actually wipe the MG.
Okay, maybe you can nade it and follow this up. Or it's semi-dodge. I probably would have stayed inside the garrison, honestly.
Yeah, if he remained facing forwards. Yeah, it actually worked there, but they generally...
It's actually a pretty good rifleman play. If he can force the sniper off, then it'll be definitely worth. So I can probably get another shot and just retreat here. I think it's going to retreat anyway, so taking a shot on the way out is probably the best play. Yeah, nice. That was good from Simon. Just retreats now. That was good. Drops another rifleman bottle. Gets what you can for it, and Mackermicker is turning this into a lot of map control.
Simon's already locked in the elite troops. Got a quick med bunker. And a mortar as well. Yeah, a lot of map control. I guess that one play there did force away 3 squads. Because the Grens were low, the MG and the sniper. That's what's given him this left side capping.
Okay, nice dodge. Grenade dodges have been really on point here from Simon this game. Hasn't actually tagged one other than on the MG. Didn't even try to dodge that, which was cool, so.
Uh-oh, oh no. Oh no.
It's 100% a wipe. Surely that's a wipe. Surely! Surely it's a wipe. Ugh, ouch. Damn. That's pretty nasty, especially after going for weapon. That's it. It's more costly because it's not just a rifleman, it's a rifleman that could have had bars and could have used grenades, so.
Well, at least it wasn't, yeah, it wasn't a, it doesn't have the bar, so didn't lose that. Should have a decent fuel income, he's got double fuel now, so he's going for a captain. You can get that Stuart pretty quickly afterwards. He's not going to be able to hold this mortar position though, especially if he gets naded.
Nah, just not enough squads on the field to actually hold it.
It just feels in battle phase 1, so he can't nade it, otherwise that would have died.
Yeah, 3 model insta drop for the guys that are actually on the mortar. So we're not going to lose another squad, which is good.
He's got 2 riflesmen with bars.
We're losing a capture point.
So if I was him, I would go to the left side just because he knows the sniper is here. You don't want to play around the sniper. You're just going to lose every time.
And the MG.
Yeah, exactly. Even mortar, whatever support weapon it is, just don't play around it. He's going to force the Grens away. I guess he holds the fuel, but he's going to end up just bleeding rifleman here, where otherwise he would have actually held this left side.
Nade might actually go off here. What? The MG just didn't fire and the nade goes off before the suppression can come through. That's nasty. And gets 3 models as well. This could be an MG wipe.
Well, I'm going to look really silly now.
Yeah. That shouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
Oh, nice evac though. Good evac. Good evac. That might save the. That's probably gonna save the MG. Oh no, he got a bad retreat path though. I thought it was gonna pass topside.
Going for the steel's clever. Let's see if there's a rifle nade. It's gonna be pretty costly though. He has to make sure he retreats this though. Oh no!
Oh no.
He might lose it just because he was a little bit delayed there with the retreat.
Yeah.
This might still be fine.
There's a tiny bit late. And that
Grens-
might actually cost.
no.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, the G43 upgrade.
Yeah, you gotta insta retreat that. Everything has got to retreat. So yeah, we'll like do a bit of a setup and then it'll insta retreat. So
Because it's also a damage reduction as well as just retreating faster.
yeah.
Yeah, that MG positioning, if that was better, he would have just got pushed off, lost double rifleman. It's sort of hard to do criticism when the wrong play, quote unquote, ends up actually working. I mean, either way though, he's losing this fuel. But he should have the Steward out soon. But yeah, he already has it now, so he's going to have pretty good momentum now. Going the right side's fine because he might find the sniper, just got to be careful about getting fausted.
Yeah, quite possible. Okay, Stuart's a good choice. It's going to work out well here. You got a lot of pressure down, especially with 4 grand on the field. 4 grand's maybe an overinvestment from Simon. Could have possibly gone for a pack.
Oh,
I don't want to look.
yeah, that was really bad though from Simon because he didn't retreat and he was in front of the heavy cover. The Stuart's pretty much guaranteed to do that because you're always going to be tagging the AOE against them. He's going to be able to secure this MG as well thanks to that Stuart positioning. So
Yeah, nasty.
he's also got bars on his echelon 2.
Treading out now.
Now this is a bit too deep though. You shouldn't be doing this because you got to expect your opponent to have a pack out,
It's quite possible that it is.
especially because of how delayed the Stuart was, given that he went for tech. Axis players will generally get anti-tank weaponry very early on, so you got to be very careful with how quickly you dive. I mean, Simon has a lot of manpower. He's got 600, so really he should have had a pack by now.
Yeah.
As his battle phase 1. That Stuart could have certainly died here if Simon had 80 in position.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought that maybe Simon's falling into the I just want to use my pioneers to cap one more thing or build one more mine trap. And at that point, you should just build another pioneer squad. If you're really delayed, just build another pioneer. It's not a big deal. You just get out a little bit faster. But the pioneer's back at base, so that's fine. Team building will come up and get an insta pack from Simon. So that'll be fine, but we'll lose a bit of the map control that he regained.
Yeah, putting the sniper on the left side is a lot harder to do because there's a lot more shot blockers. You've got the buildings around here, and you can get flanked a lot easier. Because if you overcommit down towards the munition, especially the fuel, a rifle squad can just come around, with a flank and a steward as well, and especially if they have a bar, they can just wipe the sniper on retreat.
Yeah.
So I would generally recommend the sniper doesn't go on the left. I mean, the problem the right is the steward, but that's only because there's no pack. Otherwise, the steward wouldn't be a threat.
Wow, Simon's gonna go for Shrek Panzergrenz. That's a really interesting choice. It just doesn't go for the pack. I don't know how I feel about that. I think the pack would just be better here.
Yeah, you really want the range of the pack, because then it means he's also not getting upgrades on his grenadiers. He's not getting LMGs. He's not getting G43s. So, and it's also just, it's a more manpower bleed. The steward can bleed you. The bar rifleman in particular can bleed you. The pack is almost always the better choice.
So there's lock-ins for both of our players as well. Elite troops against Mackermickers. Getting the old Pershing out. That's bringing me back. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
We got a spot of Rangers coming out here.
Losing that MG is been a real problem now because he has to clear this building out.
Okay, sure it gets pretty hard tagged here, but damn, Grenz were just outside Faust range. Simon actually played that really well, trying to set that up, but
he was
ended up working.
He was out of munitions, that's why he didn't get the Faust off.
Yeah, rough. It was actually a really good setup because it could have been Faust tag into a second Shrek volley and could have taken out the...
So another reason why munitions would have been really good. Oh, this is going to be a sick rifle nade though, over the hedge, so no way he sees it coming. Didn't quite aim it properly because I think the... I don't know, you just tried to get both of them. If you got...
Tried to go for both, so I should have just gone for the Rangers. So,
yeah. There's no Thompsons yet, so the Rangers won't be too deadly here. That being said, the Grenadiers just walk past them. Yeah, got to make sure you attack move. You should always attack move your infantry, otherwise that happens. If that was a move, he would have just shredded those Rangers up close. And they're expensive manpower because, you know, they're balanced for having the Thompsons.
Yeah. The negative cover with G43s will wreck pretty hard. It's just the Thompsons wreck harder once they actually get built.
So sniper can pick away at this MG. Yeah, I was gonna say having S mines on the field would be really nice. The steward can just go crush them, but just like a couple of patches, you can really delay capping.
Wow, both shots hit from the sniper, 25% chance, but the MG gets wiped. It's pretty nasty, but actually stays inside the garrison, so the gun won't be dropped.
I don't think it's 25%, more than that, but yeah,
No,
it
it's
is.
not. Well, you have two 50% chance shots to hit. So you have a 50%
Oh,
chance
right,
shot,
right,
you've got
right.
another 50%
I thought you meant, sorry, I
shot.
thought you
So
meant
the chance for
individually.
both shots
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hit
yeah.
is 25%. So,
I thought you meant like each time.
Yeah. No. Yeah, 50% chance to hit each time, which means 25% chance to actually wipe the MG there.
Okay, this is too deep. This is gonna end up bleeding models. There's no way that Pigrins should be here. So really, given that these are your only anti-tank method, you got to be using them as support. Because now that the Pigrins are retreating, now the steward can go balls deep. It can go for the steward. It can you know, try and maybe even take a Faust just for forcing away a Gren squad. You got to use Gren Shreks, Panzer Gren Shreks like you would use a pack.
Yeah.
Because now he's going to lose full map control here. So just don't go too deep with the Pigrins when they're your only type of anti-tank especially. So we're putting a pack now. You know, the Panzer Grens don't cut it on their own. And now he loses map control because of that.
So it has a lot of fuel as well, so I would like to see a tier 3 come out now, pretty much. The pack's been built. Okay, good. That's good. Let's see a tier 3. Let's see a Panzer 4 coming out.
Well, it gets a Faust off, and yeah, the Shreks are coming, so big mistake that Mackermicker isn't moving his Stewart down immediately. Pretty late there. Maybe he'll be able to save it though. Yeah, should be able to look at this Rifleman and the Rangers too, so forces him to retreat. The problem with every time you do that, sending your Panzergrens out, you can drop a Shrek. So using Panzergren Shreks, they're also quite risky because you might just give Shreks away, which is never what you want to do.
Okay, so it was a good retreat coming in from Simon. He's quite possibly going to lose those squads that he stack around for the second volley. Was only one more Shrek to kill the Steward, but just wasn't worth it for the risk of losing the Panzergrens.
Ouch.
Especially with the pack now out in the field.
Oh, no.
Brutal.
Probably going to win against both the squads too.
Yeah, FET 3, double bars behind heavy cover. That'll win you some engagements.
Yeah, that's brutal. Either way, Simon's now contained in his base. He's got it's a pretty fresh squad of Grenadiers as well. So he's got That's 4 squads of Grens
Yeah.
and a P-Gren squad. His sniper's done pretty well for himself. That's it. It's about 14 kills now. He's got a pack too, so the steward has to be careful.
That grenadier could have been a mortar. That would have been good because there are going to be riflemen behind heavy cover now, or riflemen inside garrisons, and if you let to force those off would be good.
Yeah, it's just the problem with having this many squads. It's a lot of manpower bleed. Yeah, mortar would have been nice. So even just another HMG, just leave it in a building
good.
somewhere.
Yeah, also a good choice. The grenadiers find a much better engagement against the riflemen. These Panzergrens want blood, dude. They want to kill Stuarts. The Stuart micro is actually on point from Mackermicker. Not going to take a second volley from the Shrek. Just backs off, gets repaired. 3 damage. 3 vet. Mac's actually going to get forced off. Does it get turned away? I think there are still some units inside of Simon's base. Again, now the Grens are going to be pushing out, but it's a little bit mistimed. Should have been used in conjunction with the sport weapons pushing out.
So what also Mackermicker should do is put some heavy cover on, some barbed wire.
Barbed wire, yeah.
I was looking for on the other side of the heavy cover there. If there's ever a position like that, just put some barbed wire down, because it's going to make it harder for your opponent to retake that position.
So it's going to be Sherman time for Mackermicker.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
Yeah, good choice. I think I'm pretty sure Simon went for the tier 3, so we'll have access to Panzer 4 soon if he decides to build that one. This is a pretty good fight. Grens are inside negative cover. The rifle's now turned to target, and then it was good but a little bit late from Mackermicker. You can see a wipe under those rear echelon if there was a rifle nade, but there wasn't, so...
Yeah, he's got to be careful playing this deep against the Sherman.
Actually still dropped these rear echelon. I'm pretty sure the rear echelon... Oh, lucky. Good retreat. It was about a second off losing that squad if another volley hit. Really wanted to force off one of these grenadier squads, and we'll actually be successful in that end. The Grens do retreat. Give the Sherman pretty much free reign.
Not on HEM, which is a bit of a little mistake.
No tanks currently on the field for Simon. Good retreat from the Grenadiers. Yeah, I don't know what Simon's going to get here. He's up against a Sherman and a great unit composition here from Mackermicker.
The issue as well is that Simon's been losing his VPs, so he can't stall for that long. Already down at 240.
To the 446 of Mackermicker in a much better position.
The Stuart is still alive as well, which makes it extra hard to cap the left side. The Stuart can just stay around here somewhere, and anytime the VP or the field gets captured, the Stuart just moves in. Whereas the Stuart can then still play aggressively around the right side, try and look for flanks. Or even the Stuart can look for a flank on the pack. So that's the issue, is normally at this stage in the game, the Stuart or whatever other light vehicle it is has gone down.
Yeah. And
having it alive still makes it so much harder for the Axis to try and take back the map.
Yeah, so support weapons are just so much more vulnerable with the Stuart still on the field.
Yeah, especially
much
as it
harder to split map pressure.
It's Vet 2, it can still make use of these abilities, the shell shock and the stun, or the point blank engine shot.
Yeah, probably one of the light tanks that contributes the most to the mid game with these medium tank battles.
Yeah.
These Rangers are going to shred, though they didn't do a retreat.
A little bit late with the retreat there.
Still good.
Wasn't chasing, you should always be chasing G43s.
Okay, base center set up. And the Stuart micro is on point. It's so hard for Simon to try and find an opening. Okay, Sherman on the left-hand side as well is going to be forcing up another squad.
Oh, I think he
got wiped. I think he got wiped. Yeah, nasty. Yeah.
It is sort of weird though that the Sherman's on the left and the Stuart's on the right. It would make more sense for the Sherman to be the more primary tank. Still has it on AP ammo, so maybe he's just keeping it worried about if a P4 shows up, which is about to.
Yeah. Or just expecting a Simon to switch sides and start pushing the left-hand side, in which case there's a Sherman already there defending it. That's also possible. So that would make the most sense to me instead of just continually trying to force this middle. Because from the Shreks though, they will force off the Stuart. That's where the Sherman would have come in a bit better. Can actually 1v1 those Shrek Panzergrens fairly easily if they're on HE ammo.
Well, here the rat-a-tat-tat of the Thompsons. Oh, he might lose the Grens. No.
Good retreat. Okay, so Panzerfour's going to be coming out up against the Sherman, but decent amount of fuel in the bag for Mackermicker. Probably just going to go straight for a Pershing after this. So
having that mortar would be so useful for the smoke capturing of the VPs, even just everything else. Double ranges, man. It's not really a good map for Thompson ranges.
Yeah, they've been out for a while, but they can be used. They've been used kind of weirdly. They've been used in conjunction with each other. Okay.
Should have stolen that.
Yeah, I really should have.
Yeah, especially on a map like this, because the Rangers are just going to get bled by the sniper, and the Rangers are a lot more expensive to reinforce than the Riflemen.
I think one's field's correct because they force off support weapons, but I don't have another one.
Oh, the Stuart's so low.
Okay. Oh, but the Panzerfour takes a shot at the Rangers instead of at the Stuart. That's unfortunate.
Okay, P4 versus the Sherman.
Okay. We'll look for a 1v1 here. Not a lot of supporting AT for Mackermicker.
Yeah, it's generally not worth trying to find the 1v1 with the Sherman, let alone the fact that you have support. Well, he's going to get a nade off, but the Shrek's in the pack here. This Sherman should not be finding this engagement. Oh, what a mistake. Shrek's come through, down goes the Sherman. So the Sherman can't 1v1 that generally. I mean, it's pretty RNG which way it wins, but just given the fact that his opponent obviously, he knows he has a pack, he knows he has a Shreks, and Mackermicker has neither. He doesn't have an AT gun, he has no Zooks, well, not in position anyway. That was just really a bad decision to go in for that with the Sherman.
Then we got baited because Simon like drove in and just took the AT grenade. It's like, oh, maybe I can get the rear armor here, but yeah, it just didn't end up working out. Sherman goes down, so I'm just going to be happy about that. Much less threat now on the map. Panzerfour can get a lot more work done. Simon still has a decent fuel bank as well. Can go for something else before heading towards the Tiger Ace potentially.
Yeah, he can just go double P4 and then get the Tiger Ace out. He's going to need the P4s to get these VPs.
Yeah, definitely needs to go for another P4 here. Just, yeah, the VP bleed is going to be way too high. Like 80 VPs, that's nasty. 80 VPs at 20 minutes, it's not a good spot to be in, especially when you're essentially even.
So he's going for a Stug. That's going to be great against the tanks, but really the threat is the VPs.
Yeah, I don't know about a Stug here. I mean, it only works if Mackermicker goes for another Sherman or goes for something like that. If he sees the Stug, it could just be more infantry and just hold the VPs. Yeah, you got to think about your threats. What could kill me? So obviously the VPs can kill you, but say Mackermicker gets another Sherman. Well, I've got a Panzer IV, I've got a pack, and I have Shreks. I have heaps of anti-tank, and a P4 is still anti-tank, and he had the resources for it. And say, okay, he gets a Jackson. Well, I mean, that's not going to really do much. I've got my Shreks in my pack. He's going to get maybe a howitzer carriage. Well, I can just dive that with P4s. So I think he's going to go for a Jackson. I mean, yeah, the Shreks are perfect. Shreks are really, really good versus Jacksons. So you just got to think about your opponent's composition. But what does he have? He's got double ranges. He's got Vet 3 barred up rifleman. He's got a captain. He's got plenty of infantry. More infantry than what Simon has, and the better scaling infantry. You know, one of them is Shrek. So that's the way that I like to phrase the question: is what am I weak against? What is a good counter to what I'm weak against? Oh, Panzerfour now arrival will be forcing up a couple of squads. 79 is the stall point for Simon.
Oh, please get the more
points. Please.
Or at least S-mines, that would be really good too. He doesn't have enough munitions for it though.
Builds S-mines on retreat path, blows up squads. Profit. Mackermicker also should have recapped this mortar by now and hasn't done, so. You don't really want to recap it with the Rangers, but I mean, it's better than losing it to your opponent. Where's this Jackson at? Gonna rotate over?
Yeah, here it is. The Jackson's going to be great versus the P4. Oh, it gets hit by an anti-tank grenade, so he's probably going to lose his P4 now. Yeah, absolutely. Unless the Stu can get some crazy shots off. And it has the Grens for support as well, so the supporting ATs, supporting units, I should say, are definitely here.
can see the P4 starting to back
look
away.
at this flank.
This flank is insane.
Yeah, really good work here because it means the Stuart's out of position. The Stuart is out of position rather. He goes for the P4. It is taken out here, and he can just turn around and go for this now. He can actually use the Stuart to use some stun rounds or just kill it with the rear armor.
Yeah, so the Stuart's going to try and chase this one, but the Stuart's on the backside. Jackson's still retreating. Reverse moving. I'm pretty sure the Jackson gets another shot off here. Maybe one more with the anti-grenade, but the Shreks from the side take out the Jackson. Great play, and the Stu goes down at the same time, so all the tanks get traded out. Good to see the supporting AT running out from Simon.
Yeah, nice flank there coming out of Simon with the Shreks. That being said, though, he has access to a Tiger Ace, and another P4 is going to be available, so that the tank trade definitely favoring Simon.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, with the Tiger Ace being available, it's great. Oh, doesn't get the decap on the VP though. That's really important. He's down to 66. Panzergren's just missed that one. Good to have the presence of mind. Man, that feels bad, man. He stopped decapping a VP to go decap a VP.
And then he retreated with the Grens that should have got the neutralized, get the cap, and get the mortar. Yeah, you really got to prioritize this. So getting S-mines again would be the dream. Stuart has managed to outlive all these other tanks.
One more Panzer IV. I kind of dig that before the Tiger Ace.
Yeah, also multiple Pioneers is generally worth going for as well. You want to make sure you can sustain that Tiger Ace.
The cap isn't going to go through here either, and it's going to get stalled out by the Rangers. It's nasty.
Yeah, Rangers are really good in this. Oh, loses the Grens. Rangers are really good in this VP situation. Oh, no!
I guess the Pioneers as well?
Wow, that was...
Oh, yeah, I guess the nasty.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Maximum range Thompsons. Sniper still being an absolute pain in the ass, though, for Mackermicker. It's almost at Vet 3 at this point. The right VP is almost going to get taken here. The Sherman's been rebuilt, or about to be... Man, the Panzer IV has been rebuilt, and the Sherman is about to be rebuilt also. Yeah. Oh, I think it's going to be the end of the Stuart.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Shrek's down, and it gets juked out on the wall as well with a damage engine. That's nasty. So it's probably going to take this one out.
It's really important to have this...
Ooh, maybe not. The volley doesn't actually go off before it gets behind the garrison. That was really important, because then the Shreks could have started the chase and only needed another shot.
Ooh.
And rifles full.
Drops a bar as well. Yeah, it doesn't commit there with the Panzergrens. I was saying that it was a great spot for the P-Grens because they were spread out. They could have got like clump killed if the Stuart got some lucky shots if they were clumped up, but given their spread out position, there was no risk at all there.
Good shot from Simon. That was a really good smoke. That was on reload time from the Sherman, so avoids taking a shot on the Panzer IV and make sure it doesn't get 1v1, which is unlikely, but it did take some damage already, so.
Now, I would like to see the Stuart crew go inside of the Sherman.
Yeah.
Probably give it Vet 1. Maybe even more than that. I don't know.
Because I mean, Stuart's unkillable, so it's just going to gain more and more vet from the new crew. So, yeah. Man, I feel bad as a Sherman crew though, getting demoted to driving a Stuart around. It's like, it feels bad, man.
Well, but maybe the legacy of the Stuart will make the crew feel so good.
Yes, yeah. Done a lot this game.
Okay, does he finally capture this?
Who carries around the kill count? Is it the Stuart?
The crew.
The crew carries around. Okay, cool. That's good.
It's tied to the veterancy.
Yeah. Good engagement. I think the sniper there as well will really assist against the captain behind heavy cover. Grens are going to drop much, but the sniper will consistently drop models. And the sniper has been hitting these 50-50 shots so much. Like every garrison shot, I think it's hit twice on retreat.
The hero Stuart? Nah, we'll cop a Faust. Okay, the P4 has smelled blood in the water.
There's a Sherman on the field though. Stuart gets a shot off. Yeah, Sherman can't. The P4 can't take this one. That was a good play from Simon backing away because the danger of the engine block damage or the stun in conjunction with the Sherman is enough to kill this P4.
Supply line just got cut off.
Okay, the Sherman, man, wasn't in on prioritized vehicles. This is so bad because the pack's going to kill him. The Shreks are there as well.
I don't know if this is a good play.
He made the exact same mistake that he made previously. He's trying to 1v3 using a tank that isn't actually better than a Panzer IV.
Yeah, it's not designed as an AT unit. Specifically. Much better against infantry than the Panzer IV, much worse against tanks, so. We get tagged with a nade. I think Mackermicker just needs to chill here. He's in a really good position.
Yeah, his Pershing will hit the field eventually.
Yeah, just yeah, so many VPs. 347 VPs and a lot of risk. Now the Tiger Ace is out in particular.
What was that about being in a good position?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Where did this Vet 3 Tiger come from?
So Simon should max out his pop cap with the Pioneer or two.
Cut off our supply line.
Yeah, 2 Pioneers
And
would
a
be
mortar
good, yeah.
would be a nice
Oh yeah,
wave.
Pioneer mortar. Yeah, that would be good. I would definitely cap that mortar. I'm kind of triggered that mortar still hasn't been capped, but
It's only a US mortar, but it's still just so worth it.
having access to the smoke, if nothing else, is really good. Man, this nade dodges are so on point from Simon. Isn't missed a single nade dodge, but I'm missing the retreat though.
Yeah,
That's not worth.
See, the grenade wouldn't have killed the squad because it's behind the heavy cover, so that wasn't the most important thing to do. Well, the Tiger Ace is now parking himself on this VP. The AT gun's a great choice. He's going to need that against Tiger Ace.
Good mass retreat. Hey, this squad's forced off the victory point. Mackermicker should just stall. Just stall on 1 VP. Even not 1 VP, just stall on a damn fuel point and get this, get the Pershing out. Because the Pershing, in conjunction with other units, will be able to take out the Tiger Ace. Has the potential to.
Oh my god, he
Wow.
might kill this. No
Tiger Ace is
Blitzkrieg
going
though.
nuts.
If he popped Blitzkrieg, oh my god, he gets it every shot.
He took the shot. I'm pretty sure that was outside of vision range, but like the fact that the Sherman took the shot and he hit the Tiger revealed it, and the Tiger put it out, took it out. I don't know if the Tiger had that much vision. Maybe it does. Maybe it has crazy vision. So.
Well, it may have been vision from the capping circle.
Yeah. Also
You get vision
yeah,
from that. Maybe I don't think you get vision from the veteran, so you get extra range though. That's why it got that last shot was so surprising because it has +5 range at vet 2. Losing that Sherman's a pretty big deal. The infantry is still sort of similar though because one of the ranges went down. So there's two G43 Grenz. Well, there's the third Gren now, but it's vet 0. There's Panzer Grenz, but then there's still plenty of squads: Rangers, Riflemen, and a captain there.
There could be a mortar at some point as well.
Yeah. The problem with going for another squad of Grenz is it's just the manpower bleed is so much
Points remaining.
because he's only got 94 manpower income. Well, that's a good thing about going for support weapons or for pioneers is they provide value without having manpower bleed or less manpower bleed compared to a frontline combat squad.
Yeah, absolutely.
And normally it's okay, but just because of the Tiger Ace handicap, then it makes you really careful about manpower bleed.
Okay, Gren's forced off. Hero Stewart's still in it to win it. Definitely should put the crew inside the Jackson. That's a 100% move.
Yeah, the Tiger Ace is such a threat, especially this P4. Okay, the P4 may be too deep.
Wow,
though.
this should be too deep.
The M1 AT gun, there's a Jackson nearby as well. He pops the smoke, so he should be able to survive this one. Oh, well, main gun destroyed there with the Stewart.
The captain.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah, the very long range rifle grenade.
Nice. That was a good kill. That Panzer IV was way too deep. Simon, naughty, should be doing that.
Didn't even take a shot there from the Jackson. So that was purely the AT gun.
Alrighty. 54 VPs now for Simon, 249 for Mackermicker. And I doubt we see a Pershing this game now. The Jackson's been built. It's unlikely.
Yeah, the fuel is going to be a limiting factor here.
Could have got that.
The mortar's going to blow up accidentally.
Yeah. Not even getting targeted, just random RNG shots over the last 10 minutes are going to take it out.
How bad would you feel if you were this mortar and
Yeah.
just constantly squads are running around you and going, nah, I don't want you.
I don't want a mortar.
Spare a moment for how the mortar feels, guys.
Yeah.
At least put it out of its misery. If you don't want it, blow it up. Because in the meantime, it's suffering. Now, this is where the stun grenades are really useful. You should stun grenade that. He's going to lose his engagement now.
It's moving. Ouch.
Yeah, minimum range versus the Thompsons wasn't smart. But, yeah, he had plenty of munitions. We haven't seen the stun grenades at all.
Yeah, and the stun grenades is such a good counter to those close range squads. Shocks, ranges, anything like that.
Okay, the Major can't really do much. He can cap, but he's just going to die.
Did you forget Major Artie, my friend? Maybe the major arty will put this border out of its misery. So.
Now the smoker actually would be useful.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Capping this middle VP. But maybe when there are a few more units on the field, Mackermicker actually wants to take an engagement.
No.
Oh no! Too deep.
Somehow he pens a rear armor shot.
Gotcha.
No, he will have extra vision from the Stuart. Plus 30 sight range. Oh. Double M1 and a Jackson.
That's nasty. What a good composition.
You know, this is where 50 cal spam is really good for US. Yeah. So the problem, I guess, the sniper still. Like, having the sniper on the field prevents him from doing a few things. The 50 cal spam would probably just get forced off by the sniper.
Supporting Panzer 4 now from Simon. Having lost the first one. First one that was supporting this Tiger Race, that is.
Losing a capture point.
It's going to be a little bit hard using a P4 against this wall of AT.
220 VPs now for Mackermicker.
Oh, he used a med pack, but didn't last very long. Yeah, attack round with this Tiger is what he should be doing here. Through the hedge. Oh, he might get a double cap on once again.
Yeah, it's quite possible. Could be nasty if that does go through. And we'll force the Tiger to start moving. And that's kind of how Mackermicker should be playing this. Forcing the Tiger to move allows the M1s and the Jackson to get in a position where they might be able to kill them. Kill it. Kill the King Tiger. Fire through the hedge.
Slay the behemoth. I think that's what you were looking for.
Right. Oh, slay. Oh, yes. That sounds accurate. Down, Tigrace, you foul monstrosity. Water's gonna die.
He's on prioritized vehicles.
Oh,
so I
okay,
thought
really?
he may have been able to fire over that anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, prioritized. He needs to change that. Because he's just, there he is, finally. Oh, he bought the water.
No!
Well,
Yeah.
he's dead, Jim. Okay, this could even be a triple cap. This is really dangerous for Simon. The Jackson's going after this P4, and this is where Telemines should be.
Down to 50 points. I say again, Germans have 50 points.
Okay, Tiger's still firing it. It will be a triple cap. This is
Whoa.
so dangerous. And it forces the Tiger into a bad
Oh
position.
no.
Oh,
No,
dear.
don't do it. Pop the AP ammo as well. He also has the Vet 1 on one of those. Main gun destroyed there. The Jackson can go balls deep on this. Jackson's at full health. The P4 is wounded. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Simon. Mackermicker's coming for you.
So it's still alive, but for how much longer? If he loses the Jackson, that is so worth it. No, put on hold fire. It was not on hold fire. I mean, he probably killed both, actually. He could probably just kill the P4 anyway. Now,
P4 shot Faust.
no,
P4 shot Faust.
the Pioneers, the Pioneers, hero of the people. They actually repaired the P4 over that threshold. So that was clutch, because he would have lost both. Maybe
That was super clutch.
maybe the Tiger would have actually survived because of a Faust, but that's where hold fire comes in handy, because he wouldn't have fired at the P4 had he done that hold fire. Wow. Well, still, I don't think the VPs are going to last much longer.
Yeah, I mean, Simon's gonna recap them now, yeah? Like, doesn't recap them, he loses. Maybe he does get stalled out here. Maybe he's gonna get the middle. Oh, maybe not. This is a lot of units.
He's got 3 squads of snipers here. The sniper can also use Incendiary.
There's nothing going to the left.
Incendiary is pretty good at just stalling time, because it means the units aren't firing. No! Panzergren's going to kill the Stuart. Keep moving. The Shrek gets decrewed by the rifleman before it fires.
That's rough. Middle's got to get caps.
That was so close to losing the Stuart, but the Shrek got transferred.
Damn, I think that's going to be GG.
Well, it's neutral. I mean, still got the sniper firing.
Yeah, I guess that's right. The Grenz should have stuck
this is
around
smoke.
there. I know that's a bad engagement, but they needed to drop some more models.
Yeah, this is where smoke is so
Yeah,
important.
they had to force it of the squad off.
Well, actually, I mean, that works too. Just run at the sniper with the rifleman. Oh my god, he may kill it. Oh no!
Cyber retreats. Just trying to keep it neutral. Simon's trying so hard to stay in this game, but Mackermicker has all of the AT gun set up in the right spot, has the Sherman as well. I think it's just too much for Simon to deal with. I think Mackermicker has this one.
That P4 would have actually stalled that if he just stayed behind the VP.
Oh, we're not going to get another stall. My heart can't take it. Is this going to be another stall?
Something,
10
something,
VPs.
Lungras Kaya.
Jeez.
Right, now it's got ranges.
Nothing's repairing this Tiger as well. What are the Pioneers doing? Like,
Yeah.
oh, they are, but they're just going to take so long.
This is where the Tiger Ace is a real problem, because it's providing no value and his manpower's drained. Once again, great dodge though. But
Yeah,
he
the
did.
nade dodges
The
are awesome.
problem with that is then he just dodges into the Thompsons and dies. So it's a dodge in quotation marks. So
Yeah.
a dodge that doesn't really pay off.
It's also going to be game because he didn't look for the decap there.
Yeah, Rangers are dying, which is smart because he'll just get the win on
Yeah,
VPs.
that should be GG. Okay, nice play from Mackermicker. Good positioning.
GG! Wow, what a game! That was really good.
That was intense. That was a great game. There was a lot of decent skill there. It was,
Yeah,
nice.
just a lot of trying to find bad fights with actually both of the players, with the tanks in particular. The infantry infantry preservation was pretty good, but sending the Shermans into the P4, and then likewise sending the P4 into the AT gun lines. There was another P4 that went too deep. It is a very passive map, and yeah, and so generally playing a more support weapon play style rather than trying to find those deep dives with the tanks is generally the way to win this. But yeah, nice game, well played.
I enjoyed it. It was good. Yeah, it was well played. There was a lot of back and forth, but the unit composition switches were really good. This double AT gun Jackson was such a good move. Like, that was a really good play. It's exactly what Mackermicker needed to take out the Jacksons. That was cool. Sorry, to take out the Tiger Ace. So yeah, GG. So if you enjoyed that, if you want to also get your replay casted by the General Chairman, you can do so. Check us out on Patreon. There's all sorts of different rewards for different tiers. You get all sorts of things done. So check it out if you are interested. And thank you to Kenneth for sending this replay in for his support and keeping the dream alive.